title. Isn't that title awesome, guys? I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sweet Songs Candy. Yeah. Awesome title. I love it. Thank you. Hello everyone. Smileeachday here. Today we have so many questions from 5 users. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. So the users are Proud Russian, Alex, Collecting Rocks. Thank you, Collecting Rocks. And Alex, you wrote to me as well once, I think. Yeah, you did, yes. Thank you, Alex. Karibo, you're new. Tyler MC. Tyler MC, I hope I am saying your name right. I still haven't figured that out from last time. So we're going to get right into the questions, guys. Here we go. Woo! Okay, here we go. Proud Russian. What are some things you do to prevent or minimize having meltdowns when you're getting overwhelmed? I have had this question asked to me before in my past videos, and I pretty much, if it's like a group situation, if I'm in like a crowd of people, I tend to want to escape as fast as I can. So I tend to walk away from everyone, and I just walk out of the room basically. If it's one person talking to me or 2 people and me, I pretty much do the same thing, and then I have my meltdown and I try to keep it away from people, but I try to get away from them basically. That's how I prevent people from seeing. How I minimize it though is I basically just try to calm down just naturally. I'm quite a calm person in general, so I just try to naturally calm down, and if that doesn't work, I walk away. That's pretty much how I do it. Thank you, Proud Russian, for your question. Alex, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not answer this question last week. I did not see it till this week. I feel so bad about that, and I'm so sorry, and I'm going to answer your question right now for you. So sorry. Okay. Alex, why do a lot of aspies feel so different to other people when in reality everyone's unique? That's a good question. And I think it's, for the majority of us that know we had it growing up, it's basically like, oh, we've been brought up differently, we've been taught differently, we've been socializing differently with other people because they don't really know how to socialize with us properly. So all that just revolves to us thinking we are different and we are unique. That's what I think anyway. For the people that didn't know growing up, and maybe they don't fully know now, they've been treated normally, therefore they think they're like other people, but it's hard for them because they know that there was something different, but they didn't exactly have a name for it. They didn't exactly know what it was. So yeah, that can be very hard for them. But for people that knew growing up, like myself, it was more like we got brought up differently, like people treated us differently, we learned differently, and so we think that we're not like other people. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. Other people have different views, but that's my view of it anyway. So thank you so much, Alex. Collecting Rocks, thank you again, Collecting Rocks, and I still love your name. I still love your name, Collecting Rocks. Okay, here's your question. Some days I like to listen to the same piece of music over and over and over again to help with entertainment and relaxation. Why do I do this and not listen to a range of different music instead? That is another good question, and I have that as well. I like to listen to songs that I've listened to over and over and over again, and I can answer the reason why I like it anyway is it's just songs I know. It's songs that calm me, and new songs today, or songs that I know but they don't give me that calming feel like these songs do, that I already know, and I will listen to them over and over and over again. Do that. Um, it's just to get that it's just to get that comfort, I guess, for me anyway, where other songs or new songs or different songs would not give me as much comfort. Not like the old songs that I know. So thank you, Collecting Rocks, for writing in. Karibo, you wrote me two questions here. Thank you so much. Okay. Do you think it's ethical to send children on the spectrum to mainstream schools, given the likelihood to lifelong mental health problems due to being victimized and by both students and teachers? Maybe. It depends on the spectrum of the person, of course. Like, some can tolerate mainstream schools while others cannot. And I think parents, in their minds, they think, oh, put them in mainstream schools because they will learn about neurotypical people and what they are like, rather than putting them into special schools and like putting them on a different approach, and then they won't learn, and then they'll have a harder time in life because they won't know how to deal with neurotypical people where they can in mainstream schools. But at the same time, a lot of aspies on the spectrum, or autistic people on the spectrum, they already know the neurotypicals. They just don't really talk about them that much. So to me, it depends on the person on the spectrum. That's my view on that question. And the second question you wrote to me: when you're feeling anxious about what other people think of you, what do you find helpful as reassurance? Oh, that's a hard one. And I think that's another question somebody wrote to me a while ago as well. And I think when I'm anxious, when people are in front of me talking to me, again, I do like that eye thing. Like, I like look at them, but I'm like looking away to the wall. But it gives them the illusion that I'm like looking at them, and then it's like reassurance. I have a hard time with eye contact and looking at people. As for people thinking of, I do get anxious because I have like the people like eye contacting me and looking at me, and it does make me feel anxious and nervous. And again, I tend to want to walk away straight away. It's not fun. But I just try to cope. I try to calm down. At the same time, if it's really that bad, I will leave the situation entirely. That's what I do, and that's what I know. So thank you, Karibo. Thank you so much. Sorry if I got that wrong. And Tyler MC, you wanted me to talk a little bit about Stim Toys and Sensory Toys. I have not used them before, ever. I just haven't needed to use them, but I have had issues with Sensory, with touch, especially on my collarbone. I don't, it's things like water on my collarbone and stuff like that. When I was younger, like trying to take baths and things like that, that really got to me because it was like water like going on my collarbone. I'm like, but I didn't have toys at the time for it. It just at that point in the 90s when I was growing up as a kid, I'm sure they were around, but they weren't as big as they are now. So yeah, that's my say on Stim Toys and Sensory Toys. I think they're great now. I think they're great for people with sensory issues and touch issues and things like that. I think that's really cool, and they should have had that more when I was younger, but either way, you can't help the past and the future. So yeah, so that's my say on Stim Toys and etc. So thank you guys so much for writing in. This has been an awesome video with lots of questions. Thank you guys for writing in. Thank you guys so much again for the 50 subscribers. That means a lot to me. Yeah, that's about it. Write in your questions to the email smileeachday.1@gmail.com, smileeachday.1@gmail.com. Yeah. Subscribe to the videos, to my channel, like my videos. Yeah, that's it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Thanks guys. Bye.